So, the most anticipated TV shows of this year. My name is Dan K, and this, the DK Now channel. Let's go.
When this great winter comes, all of Westeros must stand against it. And if the world of men is to survive, a Targaryen must be seated on the Iron Throne.
House of the Dragon. The script for this series is based on the book Fire and Blood by American fantasy author George Martin. The action takes place on the fictional continent of Westeros during the Civil War, known as A Dance with Dragons. The first season of the series depicted the origins of the conflict, while the second season will show its active phase, large-scale and bloody events involving dragons that engulfed the entire country. Showrunner Ryan Condal promised that the second season will be more spectacular and dynamic. Additionally, there will be far more dragons in this season than in the first. Insider Daniel Richtman also hinted that Henry Cavill and Elizabeth Olsen might join the cast for the second season. Following this news, there were massive online petitions for Olsen to take on the role of Melisandre, the Red Priestess from Game of Thrones. It's known that the show's creators are considering the possibility of Emily Carey and Millie Alcock playing young Alicent Hightower and Rhaenyra Targaryen respectively, appearing in the second season. Both actresses last appeared in the first season's 5th episode. Even before the first season aired, HBO had plans to extend the show. Ryan Condal stated in July 2022 that there was already a budget set aside for the second season, specifically allocated for severed heads. Miguel Sapochnik revealed in an interview that designs for new dragons had been created for the continuation of the series. Following the phenomenal success of the first episode, the decision to renew the series was swiftly made official. We are incredibly proud of what the entire House of the Dragon team has accomplished. Our phenomenal cast and crew set out on a serious mission and have exceeded all expectations. We are excited to bring to life the story of the Targaryens in the second season and beyond, stated Francesca Orsi, Executive Vice President of HBO Programming. The second season won't be the last, and discussions are ongoing for a third and fourth season. It's anticipated that the second season will consist of 10 episodes and is set to premiere in early summer 2024. Severance. This TV show is probably more anticipated than any other. If you happen to miss the first season, catch up on it immediately. It's truly an outstanding project. In terms of the plot, the management of Lumen Industries has devised a new way to control their employees' daily activities. The division procedure, separating work-related memories from regular ones. The main character, Mark, agrees to the procedure, but soon begins to doubt the correctness of his choice. By the end of 2022, many publications such as CNN, Empire Entertainment Weekly, and The Guardian included Severance in their lists of the best series of the year. Some, like Esquire and GameSpot, named it the series of the year. According to Metacritic, this series was most frequently included in the best of lists in 2022. The series premiered on Apple TV Plus 2 years ago. Critics and viewers highly praised the cinematography, production design, music, storyline, and acting, especially Adam Scott's. Immediately after the release of the last episode, the series was renewed for a second season, which, by the way, has long been filmed. We just have to wait for the premiere, which will definitely happen this year. 3 Body Problem. One of Netflix's most ambitious multi-part works in 2024, this series is a significant investment for the company. The show narrates humanity's first contact with an extraterrestrial civilization. During China's Cultural Revolution, the country sends a signal into space to seek a response from alien civilizations. It arrives in the early 21st century, where unknown forces attempt to slow down humanity's scientific progress. Several stars from Game of Thrones will appear here, with Isa Gonzalez and Benedict Wong in leading roles. Interestingly, China produced its version of this story with 30 episodes precisely a year ago, and it was highly acclaimed globally. However, the American rendition is slated for 2024. Specifically, all 8 episodes will premiere simultaneously on March 21st, 2024, on the Netflix streaming platform. Griselda. This story couldn't be more real. The main character is Colombian drug lord Griselda Blanco, who managed to create one of the most profitable cartels in history. She was so respected that even the most dangerous criminals dared not defy her. She was an utterly ruthless woman, devoid of moral principles, willing to do anything to achieve her criminal goals. This series promises to unravel how this woman became the nightmare of all US gangsters, who were afraid even to mention her name.
De que hay una mujer mafiosa en los Estados Unidos, la madrina.
All 6 episodes of this miniseries will follow the usual pattern, premiering on Netflix on the same day, January 25th. True Detective, Night Country. Following the 3rd season, this series sparked many debates, some fans thrilled, others not so much. However, everyone anticipated a continuation, and here it is, the 4th season titled Night Country. The story unfolds in Alaska, where 6 men working at a research station suddenly disappear, leading to an investigation by 2 female police officers. Initially, HBO was reluctant to create new episodes, but the show's creator, Nick Pizzolatto, came up with a compelling idea. He even considered doing something unusual, perhaps even a full-length film. Work on the new season began in 2022, but Pizzolatto later departed from the project. Now, Issa Lopez has taken on the script and even directed the first episode. The beloved Jodie Foster landed the lead role, and later professional boxer Callie Race joined the cast, having recently made her film debut. The first episode airs on January 14th.
The Sith do not fear the dark. We revel in its embrace.
The Acolyte. The Star Wars universe keeps expanding, and Disney Plus is adding yet another project to this galaxy. The Acolyte takes place in the final days of the Republic, a galaxy of dark secrets and growing dark side powers, roughly 100 years before the events of Star Wars Episode I, The Phantom Menace, 1999. A former Padawan and her Jedi Master begin investigating a series of crimes only to encounter forces more sinister than they could have imagined. Filming officially wrapped up in early summer 2023. The Acolyte will comprise 8 episodes and will premiere on Disney Plus in 2024. Fallout. Not the most stellar cast, but with decent chances for success. This post-apocalyptic TV series by Lisa Joy and Jonathan Nolan is, if anyone hasn't yet figured it out, based on the renowned video game series Fallout, created by Interplay Entertainment. The show depicts the aftermath of a nuclear catastrophe in an alternate history where the development of nuclear technologies after World War II led to a retro-futuristic society and a war for resources. Survivors found refuge in underground bunkers called vaults, designed to preserve humanity. 2 centuries later, a young woman, a descendant of the original vault dwellers, leaves the only world she knows to venture into the perilous and hostile remains of a destroyed Los Angeles. Sounds intriguing, right? The premiere is set for April 12, 2024 on the Prime Video streaming platform. The Sympathizer. The plot revolves around the fall of the South Vietnamese government in 1975 and subsequent events in California. The main character is a secret communist agent from North Vietnam within the South Vietnamese army. Forced to flee to the United States with a general toward the end of the Vietnam War, he lives among South Vietnamese refugee communities, secretly spying and transmitting information to the Viet Cong, torn between his initial allegiance and his new life. The source material is the debut novel by Vietnamese-American author Viet Thanh Nguyen, which became a New York Times bestseller in 2015 and won the Pulitzer Prize in 2016. The premiere is scheduled for 2024, with the specific date yet to be announced. Masters of the Air. This military drama focuses on U.S. bomber pilots during World War II, based on Donald L. Miller's book Masters of the Air, America's Bomber Boys Who Fought the Air War Against Nazi Germany. Thematically linked to projects like Band of Brothers and The Pacific, the series is produced by Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks. Clearly unmissable, it premieres on Apple TV Plus on January 26, 2024. It comprises a total of 9 episodes, with the finale airing on March 15th.
This your first time in New York?
Have you ever killed anyone?
No. Not really.
Really?
No.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. A new version of the romantic action film is on its way, though with some alterations. In this storyline, 2 strangers find employment in a spy agency offering them a life filled with espionage, wealth, and travel. The catch? They're destined to be married, but a calculated marriage at that. Starring Donald Glover, who recently appeared in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and the voice talent Maya Erskine. The series premiere is scheduled for February 2, 2024. Daredevil, Born Again. After an emotional appearance in Spider-Man No Way Home, this character now firmly exists in this world, and in 2024, fans will witness the highly anticipated continuation of the beloved series in a new package. The series will consist of a whopping 18 episodes, quite a lot for Disney+. In this installment, Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk attempt to set aside their rivalry and dark alter egos to help the people of New York, but their past catches up with them. Originally premiered on Netflix in April 2015 and lasting for 3 seasons until its cancellation in November 2018, the show will now be revitalized under Marvel Studios. The first season, restructured with a new creative direction, is part of Marvel's Phase 5, and a second season is also in the studio's plans. The release date for the first season is set for 2024.
You have no idea what you've unleashed. You're gonna need me.
If I do, I know where to find you.
Agatha, Darkhold Diaries. Following her appearance in WandaVision, the character Agatha Harkness is getting her full-fledged spin-off. The series has gone through several name changes, starting as Agatha House of Harkness, then evolving to Coven of Chaos in July 2022, and finally settling on Darkhold Diaries in September 2023. Agatha possesses teleportation, hypnosis, mind manipulation, the ability to create illusions and energy projections, manipulate extra-dimensional energy, and summon creatures from other dimensions adjacent to Earth using spells. Like any respectable witch, Agatha has a familiar, a black cat named Ebony, capable of transforming into a fierce Black Panther. The series will feature other Westview residents from the WandaVision series. The 9-episode series, Agatha Darkhold Diaries, will premiere on Disney Plus in the fall of 2024, just before Halloween. 8 episodes will form the core of the series, with the 9th episode serving as a special. Echo. Introduced in the Hawkeye series in 2021, Maya Lopez now has her own series. The plot follows Maya Lopez as she returns to her hometown, where she must reconcile with her past, reconnect with her Native American roots, and embrace her family and the local community. Marion Dare serves as the series' main writer, and Sidney Freeland heads the directing team. Actor Vincent D'Onofrio has indicated that Echo will tie into the events of the Daredevil Born Again series, and both D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox will reprise their respective roles as Wilson Fisk Kingpin and Matt Murdock Daredevil. The premiere of Echo is set for January 10, 2024 on Disney Plus as part of Marvel's Phase 5. Avatar: The Last Airbender. First announced back in September 2018, this series chronicles the story of Aang, a boy with the ability to manipulate air, who discovers he is the Avatar capable of controlling all elements. The world is torn by war, and only the main protagonist can save it. He is frozen for 100 years and returns to learn to master the elements with new friends. However, Prince Zuko from the Fire Nation is determined to capture him to restore his honor. The series is set to premiere on Netflix on February 22, 2024, with all 8 episodes released on the same day. The Penguin, a spin-off from the Batman movie 2022. This series details the rise of the Penguin in Gotham City's criminal underworld. It unfolds 1 week after the events of the film Batman. Colin Farrell reprises his role as the Penguin, which he portrayed in the movie, joined by Kristen Milioti. Filming commenced in March 2023 in New York, but was halted in June due to a strike by the Writers Guild of America. As a result, the release dates have been pushed back, and the series is now expected to premiere on HBO Max by the end of 2024. The first season will consist of 8 episodes, released gradually. Arcane: League of Legends. This series has 2 storylines, one set in a virtual world where the main characters reside. Sisters Vi and Powder attempt a heist on a lab, resulting in conflict between 2 cities. Their guardian, Vander, is captured, leading to the sisters' efforts to rescue him. Plans go awry, leading to Vander's and the sisters' friends' deaths, fueling animosity between the sisters. Their relationship becomes hostile, exacerbating the conflict. The plot of the second part of the story remains a secret. The animated series was warmly received by critics in 2021, praising its story, character development, emotional depth, and voice acting. It set a viewing record on Netflix within a week of its premiere, ranking first in the top 10 chart in 52 countries and second in the US. The premiere of the second season is slated for November 2024.
Laura's worth more than all of you. You're not my family. I don't need any of you. Remember that.
The Boys. This is currently one of the most successful series on Amazon Prime Video. The show, which revolves around superheroes entangled in a world of corporate machinations, has endeared itself to viewers for its satire and parody of classic comic books. Although the fourth season was expected in 2023, a Hollywood writers and actors strike led to a delay. Now it's set to premiere in 2024 with a confirmed date of June 13th. Aside from the main series, The Boys has two spin-offs, an animated anthology series called Diabolical and Gen V, which introduces many new characters. The fourth season is anticipated to introduce two new superheroines not known from the comics, as well as a new character portrayed by supernatural actor Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Fans are also eagerly awaiting the return of Soldier Boy, brilliantly portrayed by Jensen Ackles in the third season. The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. The main Walking Dead series began a whopping 14 years ago, and the comic books have seen their fair share too. Finally, in 2024, the spin-off series The Walking Dead: The Ones Who Live will debut, centering on characters Rick Grimes and Michonne. It delves into Rick Grimes' fate after being abducted by the Civic Republic military and Michonne's quest to find her beloved man. The premiere is set for February 25, 2024, airing on the AMC channel and the AMC Plus streaming service. Expats. Starring Nicole Kidman, this series tells the story of several women from different countries who find a new home in Hong Kong. The show follows American Margaret's anxieties over her new skyscraper project, Korean origin Mercy trying to start anew, escaping her past but landing in the center of a scandal, English dreamer Hillary longing for a child, confident Tammy shocked by the arrival of her husband's Chinese family, Australian Franny experiencing an existential crisis, and local socialite Olivia dealing with a status downgrade. The first two episodes will premiere on January 26 on Amazon Prime Video, followed by weekly releases totaling only 6 episodes. The Regime, a series set to release on HBO Max, stars Kate Winslet and involves Matthias Schoenaerts, Andrea Riseborough, and Hugh Grant. The filming took place in Austria and the UK, depicting a palace and its surrounding city in an authoritarian state. Over a year, the ruling power gradually weakens, leading to the collapse of the ruthless regime. The premiere of this 6-episode series, The Regime, is scheduled for March 3, 2024. Bridgerton. Following its massive success on Netflix upon the release of its first season in 2020, Bridgerton gained 625 million viewing hours, becoming a leading English-language series. Renewed for multiple seasons, the second season aired in March 2022, and the third is anticipated in early 2024. Based on Julia Quinn's novels, it depicts the lives and loves of Viscountess Violet Bridgerton's children in 19th-century Britain. The third season will deviate from the book's original plot, focusing on the romantic relationship between Colin and Penelope. Departing from Quinn's original storytelling, the series plans to develop these characters' relationships uniquely. The show has been renewed for a 4th season as well. Additionally, a spin-off miniseries, Queen Charlotte: A Bridgerton Story, premiered on May 4, 2023. The Night Manager. Though currently consisting of only 1 season, this old tale received a renewal for a 2nd season back in 2018 by BBC. Whether the original writer John le Carré was involved in the continuation remains uncertain. The series follows former soldier Jonathan Pine working undercover for intelligence, tasked with infiltrating the inner circle of international businessman Richard Roper to dismantle his criminal alliance. Taking on the persona of a villain, Pine must resort to extremes, raising questions about the righteousness of his decisions. Set amidst the events of the Arab Spring, the 2nd season may delve into the materials Peter read aboard the plane in the final episode. Starring the sensational duo of Tom Hiddleston and Hugh Laurie, the 2nd season is set to release this year. It might be time to conclude this tale, and Netflix promises to do so in 2024. Originally premiering on Lifetime in 2018 and later migrating to Netflix, the series revolves around Joe Goldberg, who nurtures a dangerous obsession with women, using social media and surveillance to control their lives. In each season, he relocates, starts anew, and engages in new relationships, but his dark past always resurfaces, bringing new victims and murders, while he maintains the secret of his true identity. The show explores his psychology and his desire to control those around him. The release date for Season 5 of You remains unknown, but it's anticipated to air in 2024.
We are different, and Papa did hurt me, but he was no monster.
Stranger Things. The highly anticipated final season is set to premiere in 2024. Beginning its journey on our screens in 2016, this series, reminiscent of the most vibrant and stylish 80s movies, took the world by storm, topping charts of the best series of all time. As the years passed, the actors rapidly grew, and amidst the COVID-19 pandemic and strikes by writers and actors, challenges arose. Today, they're adults playing teenagers. The first 3 seasons were excellent, but the 4th was outstanding, largely thanks to the main villain, Vecna. Netflix announced the 5th and final season in February 2022, and writing commenced 6 months later. According to the show's creators, the Duffer Brothers, the upcoming season might not introduce new characters, focusing instead on the existing ones. In June 2023, Terminator star Linda Hamilton acquired an undisclosed role. The season is slated to consist of 8 episodes, with principal photography initially scheduled for May 2023, but postponed indefinitely due to strikes. Filming for the 5th season commenced on January 8, 2024. The season premiere is expected by year-end, promising a worthy conclusion with beautifully tied plot lines. Time to see if it lives up to expectations. Wednesday. The frenzy and secret behind its success remain a mystery to the world to this day. In 2022, the phenomenon of Wednesday took over, including the explosive hit song Bloody Mary. The plot revolves around Wednesday Addams, the daughter of Gomez and Morticia Addams, studying at Nevermore Academy. She must master extrasensory abilities to stop a local serial killer and unveil her parents' mystery. Showrunner Miles Miller hinted at the 2nd season focusing on Wednesday's relationship with her mother, emphasizing her quest to forge her own path outside the family. Executive producer Alfred Gauff revealed that while Wednesday remains central, there will be opportunities to delve deeper into other characters. There are talks of potentially introducing Vincent, Xavier Thorpe's father, into the show. The filming for the next season was announced to take place in Ireland in April 2024, aiming for a release before the year ends.
가영아, 아빠가 도착하면 다시 전화할게. 아빠도 사랑해.
Squid Game. The first season, released in 2021, etched its storyline deep into memory. 456 individuals, most facing severe financial crises, accept an invitation to participate in a mysterious tournament based on children's games. They quickly discover it's a deadly survival game, where the prize money increases with each eliminated player. However, the stakes in these games are fatally high, with only one survivor set to claim the enormous prize. Recently, Netflix revisited the plot and rules of the game in a reality show inspired by the first season, showcasing both familiar and entirely new games. The 2nd season will predominantly feature South Korean actors, maintaining the original cast. Initially hesitant about crafting a follow-up due to the stress of writing and producing the first season, creator Hwang Dong-hyuk revealed thoughts about a potential 2nd season due to the enthusiastic fan base. The forthcoming season might delve deeper into the protagonist's story and the police narrative, addressing broader societal issues. Allegations surfaced regarding mistreatment during filming at Incheon Airport in July 2023, prompting official apologies from the production company, although the filming itself took place secretly in August 2023. Despite controversies, the promise remains for the sequel to arrive in 2024, leaving audiences eager to witness whether it astounds them again or falls short of expectations. Which of these series are you looking forward to the most, and which one did I forget to talk about here? I'm waiting for your comments under this video right now. My name is Dan K, and this is the DK Now channel. See you soon. Bye.